Hello, listeners. Welcome to this week's episode of Infamous Eternal Champions. I'm Jeremy. I'm here with my most awesome co-hosts, Aaron and Kenny. How are you doing today, Aaron? Kenny's being quiet and lazy, so I want to hear from you first.
Yes.
8 out of 10, baby.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, my daughter did not die in
thought that was
surgery
only
this
on-
morning, so
Oh,
avoided the abyss of the life. But we still have to see how the recovery goes. So
isn't she just having like one of her bones replaced with like a pig bone or something? Like,
hardened elephant scrotum.
isn't that Kenny's nickname?
I don't even know what to say. I had a quip and then I immediately gave up on it.
All right, scrotum. How are you doing today?
No. It's elephant scrotum to you.
Oh,
Use my full name
or ES. Hardened.
or ES. Hardened elephant scrotum. Because now I can't get that image of like the game operation and the wrist bone being just an elephant scrotum. Thank you for that. I appreciate that imagery.
I always love the word hardened. Hardened. Like with the ED at the end. It's just always so fun.
Tell us, Aaron, what other word could you use for harden?
You could use stiff.
Okay.
Stiff. Turgid.
Stiff elephant scrotum.
A turgid elephant scrotum.
Anyway,
Okay,
they said it matches
all right,
best with
we're on the
actual
right track.
human bone, so that's why they use it.
Actually, from a cadaver.
Hey. Oh my God. All right, so
I'm
your
great.
daughter will no longer be a freak. She will be she'll be a normie like the rest of us. That's
Yeah.
too bad.
Yeah.
All right, Kenny. What happened at work today? Go ahead.
Nothing. It was just hot as fucking shit.
Dude, it's horrible out.
Man, I don't understand what happened. Did this suddenly become Florida? Because it seemingly rains every other day now. Like, am I wrong? I go outside yesterday to cut the grass, and I'm like, okay, it's 8:45 in the morning. It should be great. I shouldn't have that much. Hot as fuck. What the fuck is going on? Like, it was hot as shit, and I'm like, wow, the grass is wet. It's hard to mow, but it didn't. Okay, so then I wait, and then I go, all right, I'll go out and do it in the evening. And I go outside, and I'm like, how is it muggier when it hasn't rained all day? I don't understand that. Like, it's now Florida. We now live in the devil's anus.
We actually got out of the car to go to Target and get school supplies for my boys. And we hop out of the car and we're looking around and my boys are like, it's hotter than Florida right now.
Yes.
I know, it's fucking horrible.
See, because I call Florida, I've been to Florida. I don't want to ever go back. I would, if I could avoid Florida for the rest of my life, I would. But when I went there the last time, I got off the plane and I'm like, I'm sticky already.
Yeah.
Like, this is the devil's anus. Like, this should be a South Park episode. What the fuck is this place? How does this exist? And then it rained after. I'm like, oh, it's nice, bright and sunny. And then 30 minutes later, oh, it's a fucking monsoon. This shouldn't exist. Shouldn't happen. But now, apparently, Missouri is fucking Florida.
There's this red area in Elden Ring, and it's all red and horrible, and it's just kind of like, just gross and just wet, and it's we joke as Elden Ring players and call it Florida. I have to go over to Florida. I gotta go get some stuff. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's hot as fuck. So if you're in a state or a location that's not hot as fuck, congrats, I guess. Like, it's just horrible right now. All right, so let's talk about some Judgment. We had some tournament time a couple days ago. Aaron, you want to run us through what happened?
Sure. We're gonna do a quick tourney recap. Let me actually
the happenings.
Grab that Longshanks event. We ended up having 9 peeps. I sat out the first 2 rounds. So there were 4 games each round, and then I subbed in a few on round 3. Interesting, 4 tribes and 4 gods in the event. Completely unintended. Cool, because it worked out that way.
What was the god breakdown? or tribes as well? Like, what was the breakdown?
We had 2 Tauren, 1 Gruul, 1
Stupid.
Tomas. And then I ended up with Krognar. And then the 4 tribes, were 2 Minotaur, 1 human, 1 orc.
Huzzah.
So out of 8 players, I think that's a really good diversity, right? And I think you're going to see more and more diverse spreads in events as we have taken what used to be 6 options and ballooned it up to 12.
I love it. That's awesome.
So I'm not going to do you guys want to talk round by round a little bit with some of your games? I think we should.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, just highlight. So I set out rounds 1 and 2, so I'll take the pass there. Kenny, how was your round 1?
I had a successful round 1. I played Jason's Minnows, and
real quick, what did you take?
Oh, I took Tomas. You and I had a discussion, so I dropped Fazil.
Oh my god.
For Nephany, Rakir, Maltique, Sharn, Sky, Cavardo, Grail.
I feel like I don't know you.
This is where I do my best Moana.
Yeah. Nephany.
You're welcome.
Is better than Fazil, and I'm starting to think Fazil just might be objectively bad.
Oh no.
And it hurts to say.
Oh no.
Because I played Fazil Friday. He failed multiple times.
He's a dice guy. He's a dice guy. You love dice.
I think one of the games Aaron and I played where I was like, he failed hard. I re-rolled, failed hard again. He failed hard immediately after that. I'm like, well, that's the game.
Yeah,
like,
it can happen.
That game came down to 3 dice rolls, and they were all by Fazil, and he failed all 3 of them. I don't ever feel that way when Nephany fucks up and fails a dice roll.
She just leaves.
If I charge him with Nephany, I'm like, okay, well, that failed. The second action is not going to do me any good. I have Nimble. I'm just going to walk the fuck away. Like,
Bye.
we're going to reset. And it's okay. It's not bad. So I fought that kicking and screaming. And I'm now in the camp of I think Nephany is just better than Fazil. And she
coming from a Fazil lover, so I just want to lay that out there.
Yeah, I didn't want to believe you. And then I did some soul searching Saturday morning on the drive down. I was really thinking about it. And I even got to the store and I was like, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to kick my own self in the balls and take Fazil out. And I did. I did not regret it.
Wow.
I was really hoping I was going to.
What a day.
Yeah. I don't know. It didn't feel good. But yeah, she owned that game.
Okay. Do you think that was potentially due to a dice-dependent model going into Agi 3, the tribe?
Yeah, I mean, I put Armor Shredder on her, and I had Rakir and her because he banned...
No one?
No one, that's right. Yeah. I was like, why can't I remember it? Because he didn't ban anybody, because he couldn't, because he's playing Minnows. So yeah, I had Rakir, Nephany. I took Cavardo, Grail, and Sharn. And Grail did Grail shit. Cavardo just stood in like between the 2 monster pits and just kept throwing monsters at him. And then Nephany was just slicing and dicing, coming in, cleaning up. And there was not a whole lot. Nephany just kind of owned the game. There wasn't a whole lot he could do because my mobility was just crazy, right? I mean, I've got Rakir. He never got an attack off on Rakir because I'm like, well, I just dipped out. He never really got into Nephany. And anytime one of my models was in danger, I saved Grail and just ran Grail up and just teleported to the soul pit across the map. I'm like, nope, you're out of here. And I just would send him off and run Grail away.
Yeah, I had some
which was the theme of the weekend. I did that all weekend. I did that to you.
Yes. We'll talk about it when we get to round 3.
Okay.
Okay, so round 1,
yeah.
victory for Tomas over Z Minotaur. Congrats.
Yes.
Jeremy, how was your round 1?
I played Colin, who created a really cool human, whatever you want to call it, a base?
Effigy.
An effigy.
I would call it an effigy.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it, but that's what I would.
I mean, that's what it is called.
Okay.
A plinth effigy, if you will. It was a
No.
It was a female on a plinth.
It was a goddess.
Oh,
No, like
yeah, whatever. So he came up.
I'm glad you learned a new word, but you do have to use it correctly.
No, I don't. I don't have to do. In fact, using it incorrectly could be my favorite thing.
Touche.
Touche. So I was playing orcs. My orc list was the 3 tanks, Rakir and Cruel. He was playing humans, so this was a very racist type game. We hated each other equally. Victor, Marcus, Cavardo, Zeron, and Yasmin. So one thing I'm going to say, a little side note here. Blessed be the folks that decided to make Maltique super expensive, because there's people who don't own her, and Colin's one of them. So I didn't have to play against that dumb bitch. So thank you for that. Good price point. It held Colin from buying her. So great job. Now that did give him Victor, which I'm pretty sure he listens to the cast. What's the first thing he does? He kills the monster with Victor and gets him to level 2. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. It's on. He also had Zeron, which was an interesting choice. The very first round of our game we played, he does that. The second round, we go towards the center because that's where the soul was, and then it was completely on. He had a Victor that could walk and pick up. I had a Cruel that could walk and pick up. I went first, and I had to decide, is this where it's all going to happen or not? So I said...
You mean Zarin, but yes, go ahead.
Oh, what was I calling it? Victor?
You said Victor.
Oh, yeah. No, it was
Zarin.
the 2 soul gazers staring at each other.
Yep.
So I just stepped up. I got to the very middle of the table. I grabbed the first soul and then piled in my tanks with everything I had to survive. He damn near pulled it off to kill him. I just would have shifted the soul, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But he forgot about Sharn. I did the get over here and got Cruel out of as much hate as I could, which slowed him down a tiny bit and allowed me to kind of escape. At that point, the battle ensued with orcs getting to play in the middle of the table with every single bottle on each other. Like it was a ball of hate. I ended up pulling that one off. But, good game, Colin.
Yeah.
It was humans doing human things. He did all the right choices. I didn't see Zaron coming into the human list. I have never seen that before. So kudos on that one. Interesting.
Okay, so both of you are going to round 2. Kenny, round 2.
I played into Richard's Tauren list. I banned her Vexus because, yep.
Because, yeah.
Yep, fuck that model. I'm gonna continue to say it. Fuck it. Also, fuck Sky. Just fuck that guy. Like, I'm sick of this shit already.
All right.
Sky won in the game. I couldn't kill him. I couldn't do anything to him. Yeah, whatever. And then he won the game. I don't remember a lot of what happened. Like, he took an early lead. I fought back. He just kind of ran down my throat with Sky leading the charge and rolled phenomenal. He got a J like every time he picked up dice with Sky. So I'm like, he's stunning my list. He's healing himself. The damage that I did do, he just healed it right back off. And then he won the game by shoving my Cavardo next to his Sky with 4 health left on it. His Sky has an armor shredder. He punches my Cavardo with 3 dice because he's now a 7. Crits with a J. Kills my Cavardo. Pushes onto my effigy because he's 1 hex away from it. And then solid wins. Yeah, it was great. Sky he's now showing up in a bunch of lists. I don't know if you guys have noticed it or not. I see him a lot more now. Twice as much, it feels like. And every time I'm like, fuck that guy. Every game, it's like, fuck him. He's on I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it feels like every game I can't kill him. He does everything.
Okay, Jeremy, your round 2.
I had to play Gar, as I do at these tournaments. I made several promises. I will not cheat him again. I tried my best, and I do not think I cheated him. He did end up winning, so there might be something to this. I don't know.
A lack of cheating equals loss of game.
Maybe. I'm not sure. He was playing Gruul. He got to pick his favorite models and play whatever he wanted against me because I was playing Orcs. He played Arya, Svet, Piper, Sharn, and Thorgar. It was either very high defense or models that will kind of murder you. Because Piper with the stick ain't no joke. We played, basically both of us played fairly cagey most of the game, looking for ends, and nobody died. He used his effigy power to save him from my effigy power. And it was kind of cute. We were both like, okay, back the fuck off. I'm sorry. I apologize. Nothing really happened. Then I noticed my clock was ticking. He was moving his models faster than I was. And I had, I don't know, something. It wasn't enough time for me to figure out what to do. So I just went after his effigy. I had I had 3 souls. I was in a spot to put a couple models on his effigy and just put the pressure in. And I forgot. I didn't forget exactly. I didn't realize the impact of Arya coming over and putting a model to sleep that was getting ready to charge an effigy. So it slowed down that entirely. Then I had one last shot. I was like, okay, I can restart this. All I have to do is move Cruel up, hit Svetlana, pull a soul off, and he doesn't have enough souls to deal with me. Then I can just go through my turns really quickly, and I think I could beat him because he can't kill me anyway. So I do it. I roll 1 damage. I didn't have but 1 fate, and that was the end of the game. I couldn't fix it. I couldn't make it re-rolled and all that stuff. I only had 1 fate, so I couldn't rip the soul off. That was basically game. He harvested. Or no, he played smarter than trying to harvest. He just disassembled my package that was going after his effigy with Thorgar and easily made mincemeat of things. So, yeah, good game, solid game. Had a good time. Lost. Cool.
Okay. So then we're going to round 3. I draw Kenny. I decided to put... So there are a lot of different ways you can build a list in this game. My favorite way to build a list is to pick one model and focus on that model. Like, who am I going to give levels and stuff to this game? And it can be anyone. Pick any model. It doesn't have to be someone who is necessarily best in slot for that role. And just see how they perform. And it is usually A, very fun, and B, very competitive. I decided to use a different technique to build this warband. I went with the mnemonic, the alliterative warband. So I started with the bottom of the alphabet, and I went Zim, Zanya, Zavera, Varto, Victor.
Is that what you played?
Yep.
Yeah, no, watching him do it was fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god.
And then I added Maltik and Sharn, so it wasn't a complete joke.
It was, whatever.
And then I showed up at the table and realized I had Zim, Maltik, and Victor in the same list and went, oh shit, this is probably not well thought out. 3 models without melee weapons. It's like, all I had to do is... I'm glad Astariel didn't start with a Z, otherwise that would have been bad.
That's funny. You have 3 without melee weapons? Well done, sir.
Then you pick a random god and you play it in Krognar. And ended up playing with 1 modeling god, which is Maltik. So she buys the Umbra Sphere, because of course, why not?
Good lord.
This was not a horribly fun game, but it was really interesting because Zavera level 2 playing into his Rakir and Nephany wanting to poison and curse my warband. Looked like Kenny wanted to punch a wall a couple times.
Did you need?
He got me with it a few times. It was very like
you need an extra
he did
maneuver,
it.
right?
I think it was the second or third time, and I kind of I looked at him. I'm like, you clever motherfucker.
Yeah, you need an extra maneuver. So the cherry on top of the ice cream cake was the fact that my person is sitting in the middle of the table with the soul, Zanya, had bracers. So he goes and he rolls a crit, a bucket of dice with, I think it was Rakir. He gets the crit, but he only has, if he wants to poison, he has to go down to a solid because that was J in 2 maneuvers. Because he's going to need 3 because it's Zavera next within 2 hexes. So he has a choice between choosing 2 damage and poison, which I can then bracers, or the crit. He's just like, fuck it, we're just doing damage. Zavera can't stop the damage. But watching him try to go through those calculations of what dice to try to pick out of this pile was hilarious.
Was it also fun for you?
Anyway,
What was that?
It sounds like it was a lot of fun for you, which I guess we'll hear your side of it.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. I just had to stay out of the whatever that little death ball he was trying to make.
The weaponless death ball. Okay, I get it.
I mean, it wasn't weaponless. I can't even remember what your list was now again.
The one that I
blends
played
together with all the Z's.
Yeah, you banned Cavarto and I dropped Victor, so it ended up being Maltik, Sharn, Zim, Zavera, Zanya.
That's right. Yeah.
And it's not a horrible list. It had magic, it had melee, it had a soul gazer. So
it did.
It's kind of got all what you want.
It did, yeah.
What it didn't have was any way to deal with the movement shenanigans in your list. That was knucking futz.
Yeah, that list is all movement shenanigans.
So you go in to kill someone, I'm like, that's fine. I will fucking own your world. I will Aaron laser beam your ass. And you're just like, okay, you get 1 action or activation, and then Grail's going to double move and port Nephany to the other side. I'm like, okay, I still got you. And like, then I'm going to like buy boots and double walk. I'm like, okay, well, now I guess I can't kill you.
That was Cavardo, where I bought boots, double walked, and put a monster between you and me.
Yep, because you were gonna die to a monster until you pulled that bullshit out of your ass.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Actually, I can see the look on your face when I didn't have to double walk. I walked.
Yeah, you bought
Grail
boots and double
once.
Oh
no, I'm talking about Grail. I walked once out of the woods, off the shrine, ported Nephany across the map, and then walked back behind the shrine. Or behind the woods. I walked back behind the woods completely.
Yeah, it was great. I
loved it. I thought it was good.
So then later in the game, I'm like, okay, I need to start punishing him. It's kind of tight-ish. I think you're up a little bit. And I go and I'm like, okay, Rakir just respawned. I need to step on a fucking orb so that little shit doesn't pop out somewhere. So I walk Maltik over, step on an orb, and start shooting Cavardo. And you're like, okay, Grail recalls 1 AP and a Fate, sends Cavardo up to the Soul Pit next to Maltik. Rakir activates, shreds Maltik, I win.
I sent Rakir out, not
Yeah, you sent Rakir
out. I was like, yeah, you're standing on an orb? I don't give a fuck. here's the soul.
Yeah,
the soul pit. I just ported him over.
Yeah. Grail single-handedly won you that game.
Yeah, I feel like Jeremy told me to play Grail. I just played nothing but Grail. So I forced Grail into every list, and now I've started to see the 1s and 0s with Grail.
I could not.
Soul pits are in the center of the table. You usually have Maltik. Oh my dear God. What kind of god-awful monster is there now?
Anyway, Kenny took it down. So Kenny ended up 2-1. Jeremy was 1-1, and I ended up 0-1. Note to self: alliterative warbands. # not the best.
Try the other side. You get
I'll start with the A's next time.
Yes.
Okay.
You got to do the A's.
You picking the list almost put me into a coma. All I saw were Z.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I started to fucking zonk out.
So big picture, Gods ended up taking the top 4 spots. Tribes took the bottom 4, and that is absolutely a data point, but I do not personally feel that as respective of the power level between the two. I think they're still relatively equal. 2 of the gods were Tauren playing Urvexus Sky bullshit, and some tribes without the ability to ban some of that just felt really, really, really bad. And I think both Perrin and Richard won their third games like blindfolded with their hands behind their back, like club and baby seals level of bad. And that might go back to the increase in what I call rock paper scissors in the game, where you're going to bring tribes. You have these 5 models. Oh, you're playing all Agi 5 down my throat. I can't drop my Losol Harvest, and it was just really, really bad.
It is tough.
Thoughts?
Thoughts on not being able to drop.
Well, the fact that Torn went undefeated outside of the mirror match. The God Tribe breakdown and how things went. I said my piece about the whole thing. I was just wondering what you guys' thoughts were in general.
I mean, I think Orvexus is a problem. I think Orvexus and Sky being in the same list is also a problem, especially the way you two knuckleheads are playing it.
By you two, it's you. It's him and his son, not me.
Yeah, it's the Franklin duo of debauchery.
I played it like twice.
Oh, bull fucking shit. We already talked about this.
Oh god, it's Aaron Light time. It's Aaron Light time. Go, get him.
But whenever I see that fucker with agility boots, and then I have to face a Sky, it's always like now there's 2 agility 6 models on the table. I mean I get that it's happened before, but it's not the same. It's just not the same.
Right.
But I can tell you that model with Sky is a problem, and then also being both in Tauren where they can cut themselves is a problem. It's a problem.
I mean, Perrin has started taking Agi for the level up and giving him boots of stability. Like, oh, so now I'm going to be Agi 6. You can't knock me down, and I auto heal / regen on my turn.
Yeah, I think
with the Vorpal that makes him quote unquote only melee 8.
Well, yeah, it makes him melee 8. But the thing is, though, like I watched Richard, or not Richard, no, it was Perrin. I watched Perrin do it where he had Sky and Orvexus, and then using Sky to get the extra die because of gang up. Mm-hmm. Because Sky just, like, them two together, they're killing almost whatever is there. But then Sky is healing and tanking for Orvexus, like taking damage off of him and then healing it back up. It's just...
And he's got Hawks that walks in equilibriums to heal whoever needs... Yeah, his entire list is dedicated on keeping Orvexus alive.
Mind-numbing.
And then Ramona gives extra 2 dice, regardless of whether you're going into Soul Harvest or
that
Agi.
Was fun, too. That was also fun.
So it's a super, super solid list. Jeremy?
What I'll say is... I mean, Kenny, you're playing Tomas. It's a really, really good list. And it seems that the Torn list that he's playing is kind of a good counter. I mean, I've played against it. I beat Perrin twice. Like, he was the 2 wins I had playing that list. Like, I think it's really, really good. But I mean, so is Tomas and so is everything else. Like, it's good. I don't know that Orvexus is okay, but I don't know. So back to the main question is, like, we were talking about tribes versus non-tribes, right?
Yeah, just tourney result thoughts.
Yeah. I described what happened to me. I think playing a few more games with it, like, I would have been fine against Gar, and a couple dice rolls different, whatever. I didn't feel handicapped whatsoever. And I generally don't. The only time I felt handicapped was when I was playing elves into Orvexus. That was honestly a problem. Like, that was a problem, and I don't think that was thought through. What that's like, that right there is a single major issue.
Dwarves had the same problem.
And they could.
Had the same problem.
Yeah. They very well could. So there is some of these that they've managed to work their way through the loophole, and it's a problem. So I wasn't playing one of those lists. I didn't really care. I think Orvexus is the only kind of issue right now. One of the outliers. Is there any other outliers when it comes to that sort of situation where one of maybe the tribes or whatever gets completely punished by a single model? Like, Orvexus simply takes care of the main thing the elves are supposed to be good at.
I mean, I don't even know that Like, I don't know that's an auto loss playing into Revexus with elves. That just means
No, it's
that,
not an auto loss.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying auto loss. I'm saying two equal
A
players.
problem. Okay.
You know what I mean? Two equal players lining up, getting regular dice. I don't think there's any way to get that. You're very much on your back foot. I don't see anything out there that's like that right now, aside from what we'll talk about later, which is some models that are on the hit list.
Fair enough. Nothing comes to mind. I mean, you can always talk about like Maltique and the dwarves. You know, feels really bad when she gets to ignore the one thing that the warband has. You know, an excessive amount of true damage. They typically have middling to average soul harvest stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's Maltique's issue kind of everywhere, right?
Yes.
Like, normally people will bring an assassin. There's usually a Rakir she can light up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you see Maltique across from you as dwarves and go like, well, shit. Why? I think everyone does. Like, if your opponent has a Maltique, you're like, okay, I need to have a plan for how I'm not going to let Maltique triple tap me. You know, with Prio.
Most dwarves are better off against Maltique than most other lists, honestly. Like, they have good health pools. They usually are Soul Harvest 3 instead of having a bunch of Soul Harvest 2 like fucking demons or whatever. Like, it's bad news. But anyway, that you can always surround Maltique, right? You just like, okay, how about I put 3 dwarves on you this turn? Now what? I mean, there's ways out, but that model really is the anomaly. I think that I have not felt handicapped with any of the tribes that I have played, aside from, like I say, the elves versus that was just fucking stupid. I felt really like, okay, just eat my whole list. That's fine. Just negate the one thing that matters, my agi. That's great. Comments? Kenny? Anything? You had a great time playing dwarves. I mean, let's get some real perspective here of a master player playing the master race.
What?
I believe the dwarves actually kicked you entirely out of tribes. Like, you are no longer playing it. You don't do it. You don't believe in it.
I don't like tribes. I guess it's a me thing. And that's fine. Not everybody has to like everything. I'm not a fan. I will play them to test them. Like I said, I will continue to play things to, like I will still play dwarves into one of you guys just to test more shit. Like, I'll put Svetlana in next time. We'll see, whatever. But if I'm playing in a tournament, I will never take a tribe. Not again.
That's fair. Yeah. There's some cardinal rules.
I'll try undead when they come out.
Yeah.
I will give undead, like, when the undead come out, I'll come down on Friday. I will blitz through 4 games, and then I'll be ready to be pissed off.
No. You're going to be ready to pissed off before you start playing.
Yeah, I'll be ready to be pissed off.
Okay.
And then we'll go. And then I will be like, yeah, undead are fucking stupid, just like I thought.
Oh boy.
So let's talk about dwarves for a second, because despite the tournament, unless we have other tournament thoughts, we've also played a lot of other games throughout the course of the week. I brought dwarves on Friday. They were fine. Not my cup of tea. I tried leveling Loribella to make sure that my dwarves all got extra movement, and that felt really good. However, the fact that Lori got my level meant that I was playing with other dwarves like Brock, Barney. Zaffin doesn't need the level, but it was really Brock. No items, no level. Felt like a really, really sad Brock. And I think that the warband as a whole suffered for the fact that my level was spent getting a stronger elixir and +1 move for my dwarves. I also went Heartseeker on Zaffin, so Lori didn't have it. So she was great at walking elixiring and providing the movement buff, but that's about all she did. And I had to rely on the rest of my unleveled dwarves to get work done, and they just came up short. I played against you, Kenny. I don't think we played Jeremy. Did we?
What, the dwarves?
Yeah.
You didn't play me with dwarves.
I did too, because you said Barney was my MVP. On Friday? Before the tournament. It was like a year ago.
I mean, you beat me with dwarves. I remember that. That was the
I
game
don't remember this game.
I let slide through my fingers. I had 400,000 fate, and I was doing everything right. And then suddenly I look around, and my entire list is getting slingshotted about the board for fucking no reason. I'm like, this is falling apart. It's so bad. I don't know what happened.
They do have a lot of displacement. That is a good
goddamn
big
they
note
do.
about dwarves.
Goddamn they do.
I don't remember playing your dwarf lists.
Then maybe I didn't play against you. I thought I did.
I don't think we played.
Okay. So I still have a big question mark as to exactly how to approach a dwarf game. Like, who do I level up? Who to give items to? How do I approach this? Because it felt like the trade-off was never worth it. And I've never felt that way playing a different other warband or other tribe.
Do you think, and I mean, we've always said Lori is super strong. I mean, she's the linchpin, in my opinion, to making that whole list function, because everybody's going super fast and she heals and all the things.
I still think it's Thrommel and Zaffin.
Really?
I think those have to be your linchpins.
And I dropped Thrommel. I didn't bring him. He's the one I left off the list.
I mean, you could say Thrommel Zaffin or Thrommel Brock. But I think those three models have to be your linchpin. I think Lori is support, Svetlana is support, and then those other three models have to be they have to put in work. All three of them have to put in work, and if one of them fails, you probably just fucking lose.
I don't know. I all I know is the displacement was very, very strong. It took a minute to get going. Like I say, I had a pretty good lead and forward on the table, and then all of a sudden it all kind of came apart once all the models got where they needed to be. I also tried to do a crazy fucking dive on your effigy because I was like, I'm trying to end this game. Like, I'm just gonna really lay into you, and it failed hard. I was like, God damn it.
I mean, that's really why I ended up winning, was because you went into me with, like, say, 3 models, and I was able to, like, bring all 5 of them back
to bear, yeah,
and defend the effigy. And so it was 3 on 5, and then once that failed, you're out of steam.
Yeah.
So I don't know that was dwarf specific as much general gameplay.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
but I will give them props on the amount of displacement with Lori and the hammer. It's pretty good.
I will be interested to possibly have Josh on or see Josh get some results. I know he's very, very interested in dwarves and really likes them, so his passion play will be strong, depending on how it actually goes. He's got to show up to
some tournaments.
I know. Dude, we had 9 people at the shop on a tournament day, which is a lot for us, and we were missing 4 or 5 regulars. Like, there was a few people missing. So we could have been a really large tournament for us.
Yep.
So, dwarves. Maybe trash?
I think they're one of the weaker. Jury's still out. They're still a puzzle for me on exactly how to play them.
I mean, the letters don't go right in a row, so I'm not sure. I don't know how you feel about that, if it's uncomfortable.
They should clearly be better than average then.
Let's talk about what lists are currently interesting. Like, I'm interested to hear what you're doing, Kenny, with Tomas that's different than what you were doing before. I know you talked about liking getting rid of Fazil. Like, what, as a whole, like, what are you doing that's different, and why is it better than it was?
It's taking the assassin. The assassin build, like what has been pretty common for Tomas, except for when Aaron played it, he played some weird whatever that was.
Tank Tomas.
Yeah, fake Tomas. Yeah, one Tomas model.
Istamas.
There
Istamas.
you go, Istamas. And I'm just making it hyper mobile. Like I'm taking Sharn, Cavardo, and Grail, all models that move other models. Sharn moves both my models and other people's models. Again, I feel like I've started to unlock the ones and zeros with Sharn as well. I feel like I've played Sharn pretty well the last like 5 games. Grail moves my own models. I was trying to put Grail as an offensive piece and do weird shenanigans with him. That's just wrong. It's just flat out fucking wrong. Using Grail's Soul Hunter ability to get a model out of danger has left my opponents, just that alone has left them like looking at the table in confusion. Like they didn't understand what just happened to them. It's like, Nephany was there, now she's gone. It's like, I didn't get my escape with Rakir. Rakir was there, now he's gone.
It's so
putting
stupid.
a model and just shoving a model across the table that was in danger, or like what Aaron said when I moved Rakir up, who just came back to life, who didn't have a shadow orb, just like, well, he doesn't need one now because Grail does it. Grail fixes that for him. And then Cavardo being Cavardo.
Special K. Yeah.
Special K. Those 3 models. If I get to play all 3 of them, which for some odd reason people have been letting me play all 3 of them, with 2 assassins, and I consider Maltique to be an assassin.
Then triple assassin. I mean, you have triple assassin in your list.
I have triple assassin. Yep, I have Nephany, Rakir, Maltique. It's Chef's Kiss. Like, people have been banning Maltique. I'm like, okay, thank you. Or Rakir. I got Rakir banned one time. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll play Maltique and I'll play Nephany. So that's okay. But those 3 models, Cavardo, Grail, and Sharn, had just been putting in fucking work. Like, nothing is ever where it's supposed to be when you end your turn. I will fuck it up.
I think something about the list that should be helpful for you is a lot of its chicanery doesn't deal in dice. A lot of it deals in spend a fate. Spend a fate, I'm going to change the outcome. You're not looking for maneuvers, you're looking for positioning, which I think emotionally is where you need to be.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about dice.
I'm just saying. But no, I think it's amazing. I think anyone playing you needs to get rid of Grail. I think it has to go to that. I think Grail is an absolute fucking nightmare machine.
Grail has been doing more for that list than I thought possible.
I'm not sure I will ever let Grail play against me again. I mean, I've said that before, and I let him through against you, and yeah, just burn me 8 times. Apparently, at some point, I'll learn.
I think it's one of
Grail
those.
has just been doing so much in that list.
Who's your 7th model?
Sky. Sky's there because
You fucker. Shut up.
Yeah, because of the things, and then it's like we banned my Sharn. I'm like, oh no, I got to take Sky now. I don't know. I lose 1 piece of displacement, but then I gain an agility 6 model that now heals himself better, and whatever.
Yeah.
I think your list is 10 out of 10. I really, really, really like that list.
Yeah, and Maltique's in there because
She's Maltique.
And it's Maltique.
I think the way playing it like an assassin, I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. I've never thought of her that way, but absolutely.
Yep, I was looking at her as an assassin, moving her up the board with Sharn, moving her around with Grail. I that one game I played with her because somebody banned my Rakir. I played Maltique instead, and it was like round 3, and I'm like, oh, you moved that model across the table to go stand in front of that soul that's going to spawn next turn. Well, we'll send Maltique over there.
Say hello to my spider friend.
Yep, and as soon as she dropped in, they go, oh, fuck. I'm like, yep. Oh, fuck is right.
God, it's so bad.
Because I've got
she has
Prio,
the ring.
so I'm going
to... Oh.
Well, I had Prio, and I did it like 3rd activation because he'd already activated that model. That was the only model over there, and I just shoved her through the soul pit.
Send her anywhere
dropped
you want.
her off, and then I said, okay, well, I attack you, and then I didn't kill him. And I'm like, okay, well, we do something at the start of the table. and then all of a sudden, well, new turn. I'll activate Maltique first, and you die.
Yeah, if you have Prio, you threaten the entire fucking board.
Mhm.
No model can ever. It is playing against it. Makes your head want to explode because you got to figure out. Okay, you can send Maltique here or here or here, and swap Maltique out for Nephany or Rakir. And then you got to figure, okay, I can never leave someone activate on that side of the table, and I did, and you punished me for it. But I can't keep all 5 people within 1 hex of each other in the center of the board on a triple wide soul pit map. I just can't. So
Yeah.
I'm just fucked.
Yeah.
So don't ever let Grail play against you. PSA over.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
I've not had Grail banned yet.
What?
Well, he will
Nobody's
as soon as we
banned
play
him.
again. Yeah.
I've had Rakir banned. I've had Maltique banned. I've had Cavardo banned, but nobody has banned Sharn. Nobody has banned Nephany. Nobody has banned Grail.
I wonder if that same list would work. You swap out, let's say, Nephany for a Vexus and just play it in Tauren.
I thought about just swapping out a model and playing it in Kragnar.
The reason I like Tauren is because, like, when your Rakir got to come back with 2 actions,
Yeah.
so you sent him forward and he just got the poison and murdered Maltique anyway. What if you had 3? What if you could always send people forward after they respawn for 3 actions of death?
Just stop it.
Well, that's why I was thinking Kragnar. Like I have the shenanigans and I get to recall for 1.
Yeah. I mean, there are viable reasons to play almost that exact list and pick your god. Those 3 particularly.
Yeah, I was like, I guess. Well, because Cavardo and Grail are both Kragnar.
Yeah.
They're both Tauren. Oh, no.
Grail's Kragnar?
Grail's Tauren. Grail is Kragnar.
Okay.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Grail is Kragnar. Now you're going to make me look.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes me angry. All of this conversation makes me angry. I don't like any of it. I'm not happy.
Kragnar and Tauren. Grail is Kragnar Tauren.
Okay. Yeah, I like what you've done there. I asked about it because your list looked different. You were talking about Fazil being nuked out of there, and that's always been kind of your anvil. So, hey, good. Sounds better.
I've decided to go with a little bit more finesse because I don't think the anvil's good anymore. I think he's been power crept out, kind of.
Oof.
Jesus titties.
For the other assassins, do you guys agree with me there with the new assassins?
So I'm not
gonna newer than him.
I am not gonna agree that he has been power crept out. I will agree that I prefer other models over Fazil for that same role. I don't think that's power crept out. Okay.
I mean, Nephany's newer than him, and I think Nephany's just better. Like, you convinced me, and then I played it, and I was like, fuck, he's right.
I don't think that's power creep. I think Urvexus might be power creep, and it might be a factor of they're releasing a new model, and Jeremy's always said he'd like them to come in on the hot side versus the cold side. Sure. I don't know what they're thinking internally, but if that's their same philosophy, then sure, some of the newer models might be a little hot, and I think at the end of the patch, right? I think at the beginning of patch 2.5, I think the game was great, still is, right? From a balance perspective. So I think Nephany and Fazil do different things. They appeal to different people. I think Nephany is better. I don't think that's power creep. I just think that's 2 different designs for 2 different models, and I think the devs are very happy with where both of them are placed.
I wish I could shift or filter models by assassins, because I think Fazil might be the worst assassin.
There are only 4.
Okay.
Zanya, Rakir, Nephany, and Rakir.
Or Vexus.
Sure, now there's 5, yes.
Now there's
and
5.
And then Maltique?
You can consider her an assassin.
So I would say
she's technically
the
not,
avatar, the avatar for Bruellen and the avatar for Tomas are the 2 worst.
I agree with you.
I would say Zanja's probably worse than Fazil, but
I would also agree with you.
Now,
she ripped my face off when I played. Oh yeah, the Constant Way. in online league.
Yeah, he ripped my face off with it too, but I've seen Fazil cut heads off too. It happens.
Yep. So worse does not mean bad and unplayable.
I'd say bad and unplayable, but I'm saying that maybe power crept out a little bit.
And
Fazil hasn't changed in a long time.
Okay, I disagree with the terminology, but I agree with the concept.
Okay. That's fair. We can disagree on that. That's fair.
As the person who was on the receiving end of many Fazils, I think he's probably just fine, or he's not okay and needs to be dealt with. I don't think he's on any of the lame duck lists there are. So
he got dealt with by better assassins. Rikir and Nephany are better. Maltik's better. They're all three better. They're more consistent.
I don't know
that Nephany's more consistent. I think when you talked about Nephany earlier, on Nephany's bad turns, Nephany doesn't die.
True. Yes.
That was your differentiation between Nephany and Fazil. Fazil gets stuck in. Well, I guess that's a dead Fazil.
That's kind of what consistent means.
Okay. As long as you want to qualify what consistent means. I mean, Nephany can whiff offensively. She is just a better, for the most part, a better defensive model than Fazil.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Okay. Kenny said a lot of things. I wasn't listening, but I give you an A. Yeah. Aaron.
You give me a 10. You give me a goddamn 10.
You get a 10. You get a 10. All right, Aaron, what have you been fiddling with? I know you've been kind of poking around. I don't know what's your goal these days?
I don't have one. There's a reason I show up and I'm like, what would you like to play into? Because I don't have a clue of what I want to play.
Oh my god.
I brought dwarves on Friday just to kind of give them a fair shake.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what's going to pique my interest after I get back from Gen Con. But I'm to the point where I think I've dabbled in all of the tribes. I might continue with some tribes. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know.
Do you feel you have hit pay dirt with Cradle? Do you think that he will no longer be the worst model?
I don't think Cradle ever was the worst model. I just thought Cradle took a specific warband to build around. And I am really torn on whether I want to continue building around Cradle or not. As Kenny's game very clearly illuminated, there is nothing more important in this game than board control and or displacement, whatever you want to consider it to be. So as potentially pushed as Revexus is, it's just a damage dealer. It's just Fazil. It's just Nephany, right? None of that.
Some would say just Zanja.
Yep. None of that won or lost. Like my game with Kenny, it was all the displacement shit. So Cradle does that, but the setup for it is so, I want to say, intense. It's an entire game plan of making sure she always has 3 Shadow Mist tokens. And sometimes just being able to spend a fate to do it with someone else and not having to worry about where that Shadow Orb is a lot more liberating. So I will definitely be playing around with movement shenanigans. I don't know if that's going to be with Grail, Cradle, Aria, or just some generic brick Istalist with your, Cavardo, Sharn type stuff.
I'm sorry in advance, everyone.
I was getting ready to say, first off,
this is my fault.
We're only allowed one person playing Grail at a time in our local area. We've Urvexus, we get one Urvexus. Like, one. Fucking quit it. I've already allowed multiple people to be playing Cavardo in this area, and I've about had it with you motherfuckers. I have about had it. So, not sure what you're going to do. Well, I mean, that is telling that you played it. You were very successful with it, but is it your cup of tea? Like, the bandwidth that does involve, setting up all the scenarios and making it all work, it is so much easier just to be like, hey, there's some soul pits there. Let's just do that. I get it for sure. Okay, well, maybe we'll help you with your journey down the road here. I'm still messing with Orcs. I'll probably be messing with them until Warfare Weekend, maybe.
So you think
we'll see.
you have orcs for the next 4 months?
Maybe. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Wow,
So,
that's bold.
so I'm
Thought you were
fine with
gonna go back
that,
to
but
demons.
why orcs and not demons? Yeah. You
Yeah, I thought
seem
you
to
were
be
going back to
having such a
demons.
fun time with orcs or demons, and I figured you were just going to try all the tribes.
Well, let me I think orcs and demons will be on the agenda. I'm not selling out entirely for orcs, but every time I spend time playing 2-3 games, even 4 games in a day, I tend to find some new nugget inside of the orcs happening that I really like, and I kind of want to investigate it with multiple games. So it's stringing itself out pretty far. Demons have the same thing. They're infinite. I think the difference with demons, though, is kind of the same problem we're talking about with Grail, and it's a lot of fun for me to put my models wherever I want to. For my opponent, it's so little fun. For the most part.
No, I said I love playing against your demons.
I know you have.
Stop listening to
but
Kenny.
No. It's not just Kenny.
He plays against me so we can see the blood drain from my face as he kicks me in the balls.
As we all do,
Coalesce
Kenny.
tokens.
That's all of our goals.
I mean,
yes, I understand that's
kick you
everybody's
in
goal.
the petrified elephant scrotums.
Yes, the petrified. No, wait, no. Hardened. Petrified is a better word, but I think hardened kind of rolls off the tongue a little better.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, honestly, demons are the only ones that I've had multiple people ask, like, no, I really don't want to play against that. And it kind of turned me off. So,
okay.
Do I want to explore it more? I will. And what I think will happen is I'll get to the point where I'm comfortable with orcs in a sense of, I think I've got this, and I'll probably go into demons, and then Warfare Weekend, I'll figure out what I actually want to play and try and win with.
Okay.
But those are the two that I like. We've got enough people running around with humans. I think humans, they stand on their own. It's fine. I'm just not interested in running around with dudes. I don't give a fuck about dudes. Whatever. I want a monster.
Humans have almost broken me, and I haven't played them all that much. But when I start going and rolling Maltique dice, Kenny's like, "She's not 9." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Getting used to everyone being one less.
It's so silly.
That's a tough ball to swallow when you're used to it. And again, I only
Yes.
have 6 games, 7 with humans. And that includes my 3 online ones. So,
yeah, I've played against humans so much that I forget that Marcus is not melee 7. I just assumed that he also got the bullshit buff. I was like, wait a minute. Marcus is not melee 7.
Yeah, and Cavardo? Let's talk for a second about the models that humans get, first off, okay? Those models mostly are cherries that other factions can pick from and go, okay, I need a really good piece to do this. I would like a really good piece to do that. A lot of those are humans, and they're all in the same one. Kind of crazy. Also, Isabella's in there. I mean, come on now. So I'm not exploring humans. I don't give a fuck about them.
Okay.
Moving on. Last topic. We've had a lot of talk about Urvexis and how kind of crazy that dude is. So I was thinking, what models are, after 2.5, are we looking at going, I think this probably needs a change or still needs to be changed, or what are our hot takes on that? So each one of us is going to come up with 3. And if we name the same one, we have to all kind of say, okay, we've got that one. But we'll go one at a time and kind of nail them. Can we just say Urvexis, we all 3 pick that one? Is that an easy one we just take out of the... Or do you not?
No, that Urvexis was one of the 3 I had.
Okay.
Now, I want to preface this real quick by saying I don't think any model in Judgment needs an emergency nerf prior to the next patch. in my opinion, this is a hot take on what if I had to pick models that would either be top of the take rate or primed for an adjustment come patch time. That's what I think. That's where I think these models are at. I don't know if you guys are in that agreement or not, but before people start lambasting us for screaming for nerfs already, like I am not screaming for a nerf for any model.
Oh, you guys will skate through this. They'll come at me.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to throw that out there. That we will reassess this closer to next patch time as to which models we think we get buffs and nerfs. But this is just the hot take on which models might get nerfs in 5 months from now. That's my take on it, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our Vexus was unanimous.
Yeah.
Does that mean I have to pick another third one?
Not necessarily. Now that I think about it, I really don't have a long list. So if that one, so we basically have 2 more. You don't have a list?
No, because you told me 5 minutes before you said, "Okay, we're casting."
When have had time to prepared for anything ever?
And you've
when
had
have
50...
you? I'm gonna lose it.
Listen, hardened ballsack.
You
need to relax.
It's Hester. That's his new name. Hester. Is Hester. Hardened elephant scrotum.
Wow.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, with that, do you have one, Kenny, that on the seat of your ballsack that you can throw out that you think perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, I think Astariel can go back to where she was, sucking the burn off and leaving it off like that. That's fine. Go back. Rewind.
Yeah.
She was
okay.
She was honorable mention to me, but not top 3.
She was fine before.
Okay. So Astariel, possible. Okay. Aaron?
Sky.
Really?
Rewind.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
And
here's my next one.
I think I think I even said this right after the patch came out. Like he was already so annoying to deal with as a Mel 6 never die tank, right? Quote unquote can't get knocked down because he's only a 4 at that point. Stands up for free. He's just super hard to deal with all the ways that you normally deal with him unless you have Zim. And then on top of that, now we are giving him access to better / more damage and better access to his heal. Yeah, I don't think. I think there are legit reasons to take Sky, Skull, or Sharn as your tank in any generic warband, and there are reasons to take Skull and Sharn over Sky to do a specific thing. But I could see Sky just being your tank in any warband, and I think that might be a little too pushed.
Okay. I'm going to go with Cavardo. I think that we have decided that our tables are going to be filled with a shitload of monsters now. I think there's too many monsters for him to be able to do the things he does, how he does it. It's very oppressing. It feels really, really shitty having to deal with that. Constantly getting a ball bat, especially now that it's a mummy that hits with a fucking 7, even 8. It's a lot. It's just a lot. That's my number. I guess it would be a 2.
Okay.
Kenny, you got one more?
Zavera Unholy Soul Harvest should not stay as it is.
I love it that these are all things that touched you.
Hold on. I think Aaron agrees here. In its current form, it should not be as it is. Yes or no? Do you agree, Aaron?
No, I don't agree.
You are so full of shit.
Oh, Aaron, my time again.
I don't think I've ever agreed with you.
We've talked about this. You're like, I don't think that's okay. Is exactly I think what you said.
I think that was a platitude I said to you after owning you with her to make you feel good about it.
Now I know you're lying. You've never given me a platitude. So let's yeah.
I actually do not think Severa needs a nerf. No.
Okay. I don't even. Okay, kids. Unholy Soul Harvest. Target friendly model within 5 hexes, not suffering curse, is dealt 1/3 of their max base health rounded down in true damage. The Vera can immediately attempt to Soul Harvest a soul adjacent to the friendly model for no additional cost. That should not work on herself. Period. Dot. The fact that you can walk that fucking model up, cut yourself or cut yourself for 5 at level 1 or whatever, just cut yourself, round it down, mind you. Soul Harvest, you are able to re-roll it. Since you are adjacent, you now get an extra +1. So now it's a 5 up by yourself to just grab it, and then to walk the fuck away is not... I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's in the spirit of the game. I think that if you want to have this ability, it's fine, but I think it has to be another model within... And I think the 5 hexes might be too far. But I don't think she should be able to cut herself to do this and then walk away.
I mean, I've been having a blast putting
Boots of
Elvenkind on her turn 1, double moving with Prio and just being like, I don't care what the soul popped, it's mine. Nothing you can do about it.
I did it to somebody else, and they were like, the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, it sucks. Trust me, it's happened to me. And they were like, want to talk about it? I'm like, no, I don't want to talk about it. It happened. We're good. I don't think that this is... And you talk about the spirit of the game. Do you think that this was the spirit of the game?
I think the only thing that's impressive about it is when she's in Krognar and she recalls after doing it, or she has a scroll of teleportation. Because...
Or if you have boots on her, she walks 4, does it, and walks 4 away.
Then she's like at 11, 13 health. If she hasn't taken any more damage, she's already activated. I mean, you did that in our online game. How'd that work out for you?
Okay, number 1, I didn't use boots. Number 2, I didn't walk my full movement because I thought I was safe. I fucked up. That's operator error. I fucked it up. But when I did it before, and when I watched you do it, I fucked up 1 out of the 4 times I've done it. But the other 3 times, I was able to get back to safety. You doing it in Krognar was not okay. Walk up, harvest the soul, and recall away. I mean, that model single-handedly won you that game. You were going to lose if it wasn't for that model.
I agree.
And not just like a normal, I'm hedging my bets here and I'm going to roll this 53% to win, or 60% to win the game. That model flat out just won you the game.
Yeah.
Like how you said Grail won me my game.
Having played Severa a couple times, knife's edge isn't quite the right word, but once you keep doing this, her health keeps going down and down. I realize regen's a thing, but at some point she's sitting there with 12-ish health and 2 souls with a huge target on her back. And if she ever actually gets out with the Krognar or the Scroll of Teleport recall, she's not getting all the way back for at least another turn and a half. So there's definitely some tempo you lose by cutting yourself for 5 or 6 health every time you do it.
And you solved that with fucking Cradle.
Well,
I love how this is specifically wrapped around like 1 or 2 games where you got touched, Kenny.
Well, but take that out of it, because I didn't play it in that list. I played it in a different list, and it was still oppressive.
I think until she's in more than 2 lists, and everybody's like, no.
Come on. I can't believe I'm the only one. I can't believe I'm the only one that thinks that this is not good for the game. At least when Svetlana does it, she can't re-roll it.
And it costs a fate.
And it costs a fate.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
and she
with
doesn't
Severa,
have the mobility.
Yeah. With Severa, I mean, I played her quite a bunch lately, especially compared to like the 0 plays
she doesn't have
last
regen.
year. Like, the times I'm looking at her card for something to do when she can't pull off that trick, I'm like, does nothing, just waves at you.
She still has a lot of stuff on her card. Corrupt Bond, Blood for Blood, and Unholy Harvest are all level 1 abilities. You could get work out of. I can't tell you how many times that I've gotten smashed by something, or I walk up and say, well, I'm going to Blood for Blood just to do something 2 damage to a monster or what. I mean, her kit is not that bad. I don't look at her and go, man, nothing I can do with her this turn more than I do with other models. There's times with Grail where I'm like, There's times when I have Grail that I'm like, well, I can't do anything with this turn with this model, and I just don't do anything. Well, that's a Soul Gazer. Those are Soul Gazers in general for the most part. She has way more stuff on her card than a lot of the other Soul Gazers.
Yeah, they all result in you having less health when you're done, though.
Not all of them, no, because she can, Corrupt Bond or Blood for Blood, a different model. She can Blood for Blood somebody else. She doesn't have to do it to herself.
Are you reading the same ability I am?
Maybe
Yeah, you are correct. But across your warband, she doesn't heal. She either does damage or it's neutral. There are times when you want to use Blood for Blood or Corrupt Bond. That's not every turn. It's not an every turn premium ability like Bloodlust or Potion Master or Augury.
Potion Master is not a premium ability.
I will give you that one. Useful ability. Like there's
Teleport.
always something. Yeah. There's always something that those models can do that feels potentially impactful with an action point. There are some turns when Zavera just does nothing because there's no one around to Corrupt Bond, and she doesn't want to cut herself because she's sitting there with 2 souls and already has lost 4 health. Like, she's not going to Blood for Blood.
Then you recall her and drop the souls off, and you reset your game.
Depending on the game state, that may or may not be a good decision.
Okay.
Anyway,
I
we can
can't
be done.
believe after you abused me with this model and said maybe that's not okay. You said the words, and now you're just going back.
I was just. It was a social nicety.
Social nice. You have never been nice to me ever.
During the game, I'm cutthroat, sweep the leg, but after the game, you just look like a lost puppy, and I had to throw you a bone.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, you just got pity fucked on your hardened nuts.
At least I got fucked.
At least somebody got fucked.
Okay, so Kenny thinks Zavera is going to get touched as a nerf.
The Unholy Harvest specifically should be touched, but
well,
whatever.
That's only on Zavera. That's fine.
Hey,
Jeremy.
Yeah, sure. It's just 1 AP. It doesn't cost anything else. Sure.
I don't think anyone has noticed Grail. I think if you guys keep using that and keep doing it, I don't see Grail making it much further. Josh did this to me a year ago when Grail first came out, however long that was, and using it in his little warband. I was like, at no point will Grail ever be allowed back on the table when that happened. It's fucking crazy. People are like, oh, it sticks, like it's still powerful, blah blah blah. I don't know. Let me introduce you to Grail. Let me show you what a teleporting motherfucker can do. They're not obviously exactly the same, but they sometimes are after the same prize. I believe Grail.
Grail was also my third.
Okay.
Teleport, quote unquote, anywhere. Not okay.
Infinite?
Not anywhere.
Yeah, cool.
Not anywhere.
Cool.
Just
I said quote unquote.
A soul pit that doesn't have anybody on it.
I understand.
It's funny because I've played a lot of Grail Hill recently, and I can't tell you how many turns I've done nothing with Grail. But you say Zavera does nothing for turn. Potion Master, woo, does fuck all.
We don't want to buy your Zavera, okay? I don't care how you keep trying to sweeten up this deal. I'm not buying it.
Just saying.
Okay, so as a cast, we think Zavera, Istariel, Grail, and Orvexus, and Cavardo are top of the beanpole.
Sky?
And Sky. Oh, yes, don't forget Sky.
Don't forget that guy.
Okay.
Do we think... Okay, so...
Go ahead.
Yeah, that is interesting. So, do we think... I mean, it's been out not very long. The models that did get touched, i.e., the Archer Elf,
Alandir.
Do we think he's in the right spot now? Does he feel?
I think so.
Perfect.
I don't see him on the table much anymore.
Good deal.
Well, that's because people playing tribes where they can't take them.
Correct.
Be interesting to see what his take rate moves to, but I think I think that was given where he was at before. It still felt a little oppressive playing into Alandir and Istariel and elves that I couldn't ban them.
It's pretty brutal.
It was just you're on fire and now you're fucked.
I think
It's pretty
the
brutal.
you're on fire and Astariel can't be charged, so she's now can be up in it more, so the fire never comes off of you when she gets her level. Yeah, that unless you spend a fate, I think you have to. It goes off if you spend a fate, right?
You can always cleanse.
Yeah.
Let me before
So you
I
have
say
to
that out
cleanse it.
loud.
So you have to cleanse it, otherwise it stays on you.
Yeah, you can't just let it expire.
With that item that you can't be, you can just gravity well yourself. Kinda sucks.
I have yet to see that, but I definitely
Parker
felt
did it to me with Sky standing next to the Astariel, so I'm like, I can't charge the bitch. Sky's there to protect her. And then if I do go into that, I have to deal with Nephany, who was on the other side of the shrine, and Alandir to shoot me. It's like I can't go there. So he just kind of stood Astariel in the middle of the table, was gravity welling every turn, and then lighting my entire list on fire.
So that'll bring up a point I want to make, but Jeremy, go ahead first.
I was kind of done with that. I just wanted to talk about a few models that were kind of malaligned.
Then go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, do yours first because I have a tangent.
Well, I mean, we knew that Alandir was kind of on our hot list, at least mine, and he was quote unquote fixed. How do we feel about Isabel? Because she was
Still
certainly
bullshit.
on the hot list.
She's still bullshit.
Okay, here's the secret to Judgment. Every model's bullshit, Kenny.
No, not every
Thank
model.
Okay.
You don't play any of those, by the way.
I did bad touch Kenny with Isabel, so.
It's my own fault.
Yeah.
I think Isabel's
I
fine.
certainly, I think she's fine with where she's at now. I'm okay with that. That she requires help gathering souls most of the time. Unless you're me, I'll roll an 8 all day. But yeah. What are some of the other ones that were out there? How about Styx? That didn't work out for him, I don't think. I think that people still are not catching on.
We, as a cast, are horribly looked down upon for our dislike of Styx, but I stand by my dislike of Styx.
That's not why I look down upon.
One of many reasons, Kenny.
One of several.
Yeah.
There's several models in the game that if someone picks them and they play them against me, I'm like, whew, thank God they didn't choose the other one. Styx is one of them. Like, I know where that dude's going, I know what he's capable of, and I know he dies like a bitch. So, great. That in Judgment is fine. I don't think it changed the take rate or anything. Maybe it did. I don't know. I don't have stats. That's all I was just checking in on our our hot models that were changed.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this comes back to Alandir, and we're talking about his take rate after his nerf. What I have noticed playing a lot of games recently into specifically tribes, but the game writ large, is I think a lot of warbands suffer into a dedicated ranged threat. I lost to Parker's Elves because I dropped Maltique, among other reasons. The whole Istariel's here, what are you going to do about it? What if I just shoot you to death is a really, really good answer. Orcs scrum exceedingly well, perhaps better than anyone else in the game. If you do not have a ranged threat to start keeping them at bay and plinking damage before that scrum meets your lines, I think you're in for a rough time. Same thing with Minos. Minos put out a shit ton of damage, but are weak to range, especially fire. If you don't have those ranged assets, again, you're going to be in for a rough time. So, as much as Alandir got quote-unquote nerfed, I think the importance of having ranged models, and by ranged I mean ranged and magic, reach models, if you will, is extremely high in today's Judgment meta. And so for that reason, Alandir stock might be up.
I don't think you can just shoot Astariel, for example, because she's still agility 5.
If you go up to 7, you aim, get a Heartseeker, you're a 9. Like, you're still rolling 4 dice 3 times.
Yeah, as long as she's not in cover. Which, if you're smart, she would be. If you're standing in the center of the table, you'd put her in cover.
Sure, or freaking Parker's just like, here's my Sky in the middle of everything, no cover around me. I pop the gravity well. What are you going to do?
Well, yeah.
So.
You're not going to shoot him.
No. Sure you are. Why not?
Okay.
Again, specifically
I think
Maltique, but
Zaffin.
yeah.
I think Zaffin is a very good answer for a lot of goddamn things. In the world right now, like being able to do a little bit of damage, even though you're rolling 1 or 2 dice, and you stick one and then roll a big chunk of fucking true damage on your ass. Yeah, range models. They're still good. Cool. Okay. Anything else before we wrap it up and head to Gen Con? Not
What are you
Kenny,
guys doing
though.
at Gen Con? Yeah, I'm not going. But what are you guys doing at Gen Con?
Playing a lot of board games.
He's playing board games. I'm wandering around aimlessly without a land.
No Judgment?
I mean, I signed up for it, but currently in fives, I believe I'm the only one signed up for it. There is 15 spots left of a 16-man tournament.
I really didn't know that. I'm sorry. That sounds like a sore subject.
No. It's not at all. It's not unless you are 40K or another big. Games Workshop has a pretty good presence. Privateer Press used to. I'm not sure what they're doing there this year, but it is more of a board game role playing con.
And
And
cards,
I've
right?
always known that.
Big into Magic
A
too.
lot of cards. Yeah. A lot of paper. It's a paper con. Which is fine. I'll be learning how to play Flesh and Blood. I've always thought that game looked cool, so I'm gonna play that.
Yep, you're supposed to come back and teach me how to play that game.
Yes, so we'll play that. I'm going to officially learn how to play Blood Bowl. I'm getting a drafted Blood Bowl team randomly assigned to me, and then I play for an hour and a half or 2 hours or something like that. Learn how to play. Yeah. And then I'm doing another Flesh and Blood thing somewhere in there. So, worst case scenario, it'll be like Vegas when I showed up, and it was I just had my Judgment stuff, and I played the CEO of Creature Caster, and it might just be me and whoever organized the tournament. That's fine. I'll play games all day like that too. All good.
That's fair. I just thought I'd ask because you guys are leaving in like 3 days or something.
Or 2.
We're leaving in 2, and then we'll leave when Ryan gets there, which could be anywhere between 3 and 6 days.
Fact.
Yeah, if Ryan's listening to this, you're going to be late. So have fun with that.
He said, guys, I swear I will be there on time. Cool. Yeah, that's Gen Con. They usually have a lot of cool shit to buy there, so hopefully I would like to get a couple Kingdom Death shirts. I always like their shirts, and you can't really find them anywhere. We'll see.
Cool.
Hopefully meet some game designers. The designer for Wingspan will be there. Did you see that, Aaron?
I did not.
Yeah,
maybe you guys could talk about the music.
music.
You guys can pontificate on the soothing music of birds.
The computer game on Steam, Wingspan,
Oh,
has the most relaxing images and chirping birds in the background. I'm
It
in
does
my
not.
cavernous basement, and it feels like I'm in a fucking meadow when I play that game.
That's
no.
not what it is. It's the exact opposite of that. It's an annoying bird that won't shut the fuck up. And it's constant. It's constant with this weird folk music.
It's not my favorite.
And I don't
hate life,
feel. I don't feel like I'm in a meadow. I feel. I don't know what I feel other than torture. It's like the only thing worse would be me in that environment with water dripping on my forehead, just one dot at a time, like the Chinese water torture, like that. Yeah, no, nope. I muted it immediately.
Let me ask you this: we're talking about games. Did you guys finish your Gloomhaven campaign? I know you were talking about that.
We beat the quote-unquote end boss, but there are still quests left to do. So our intent is to retire the 2 characters we're on, which are super overpowered, and finish the remaining quests with some new guys before we call it quits.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that Doomstalker is fucking silly.
What are the... Like, how many quests did you actually do to get to the end?
I think it's
what
about
is your
40.
quest pile? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think I'm on 18 or so.
Well, get yourself a Doomstalker and a Sun Priest, whatever that is.
Sunkeeper, yeah.
Sunkeeper.
I've got a
and-
Sunkeeper. I don't have a Doomstalker yet.
Yeah, you
Now-
will breeze through that fucking shit.
I think we had the end boss unlocked after about 30.
Okay.
But it all depends on
All good.
which quests you pick, right? And I don't remember which ones, quote unquote, lead to the end boss and which ones don't. So, for you to explore.
This episode brought to you by Gloomhaven and also Frosthaven. Both games, you should play them.
And if you do play them, you will need a gas station dick pill.
A gas station dick pill.
So, brought to you by three. We have 3 sponsors today.
Oh yeah, gas station dick pills. Rock hard scrotums. Hashtag elephant scrotum.
Oh, I got something for that.
All right, man. We will see you guys next week. Whatever. Catch you later. This is Jeremy. I'm out.
And this is Kenny. And this is Aaron. Hardened elephant scrotums. They refer to tough, thick, leathery, or rigid external pouches of skin, also called Kenny.
Oh my God.